Hello everybody, welcome to today's show. My name is Flakintosh, Flak for short. If you haven't heard of me before, I do a lot of comedy, action, horror, jump scares, and tutorials as well. Today we're going to be making a space shuttle. So from start to finish, raw materials as survival. No creative play in this one. So let's get started. So, for this construction we will need a small conveyor, hydrogen thruster, a large hydrogen thruster, atmospheric thrusters, batteries, one cockpit, one O2H2 generator, landing gear, and a few odds and ends. Now the reason why you need an O2H2 generator is it generates oxygen and hydrogen while you're in space and on Earth. So if you go into an atmosphere that is not breathable, you're going to suffocate and die. Oh, I almost forgot, a hydrogen tank. So what you want to do is, once you've got a lot of resources, like you can see over here, you go to your assembler, not your basic assembler, your assembler. So once you've moved from basic assembler to assembler, you go to production, you go to small blocks, and you choose what part you want to build. So for example, we need landing gear, so we type in there, landing gear. Right, please make me one of those. There you can see the materials have been prepared. Open the inventory, take it out. Now you have those materials needed to make a landing gear, a small block landing gear. Step 1. Now remember, you will need steel plates to get the basic blueprints down before you start building. So, as you can see now, we have a landing gear ready. Now we can add something to that. We can add a cockpit, or we can go additional levels higher. So let's go 2 levels higher. Let's put a cockpit. Okay, there's that. Let's get the O2H2 generator. Make sure that it's facing the right way. So, because your connections for the cockpit are like that, make sure they go towards the cockpit like that. Vice versa. Now we need the hydrogen tank. So your hydrogen tank will just snap to that, like that. So you got cockpit, O2H2, hydrogen tank. You can put a small container, a small cargo container at the back here. Steel plates and interior plates, you're going to need a lot of those. So stack up on them. And then followed by the large thruster back. So you've got cockpit, O2H2, hydrogen tank, medium container, and hydrogen thruster. Now this baby over here is going to get you into space. Your atmospheric thrusters, 1, 2, 3. You don't have to use 3, it's just the design that I like to use. You'll also need a forward and back. So forward, back. Now you're probably wondering, Flak, why aren't you putting thrusters so that the vessel can go down? Well, that's a good question. The reason why I'm not doing that is because the thrusters that are on here at the moment will reduce their speed and allow the ship to drop. So you don't need to put thrusters to go downwards. Let's get some thrusters there, there, there. Don't forget, you're going to need a gyroscope and an antenna so that you can find your ship in space. Gyroscope controls the way the ship turns. Put a gyro somewhere. Remember, you can modify the landing gear once the ship is done. It doesn't have to stay there. Once your ship has been assembled, you can dismantle it as you wish. Just make sure you don't do it while it's on, because you might have a bit of a problem. Okay, then we put on batteries. So the batteries are going to go there. There. Okay, and if you want to, you can add a drill to the front so that you can mine as you go. It's entirely up to you. I would recommend it, especially if you're on the go and you need fuel or something like that. So, drill. Now, to get the parts. So for every single part that you want to make, go to your assembler, make sure that you have the right parts, and make sure you have the right resources to make those parts. Please make me one of those. Please make me one of those. Make me 2 batteries, please. As you can see, it all adds up. So it's all being made, and then once it's done, it will all be in the inventory for you to collect, and then you just go and you build. It's that simple. I would strongly suggest you guys put a connector on your ship so that you can connect to the base or whatever you want to offload onto. It makes it a lot easier from transferring things instead of having to pick up things from point A and go all the way to point B. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Space Shuttle. Very reliable, very low budget. This thing will get you into space and back home as soon as you can say Uncle Freddy. Just make sure that you fuel the thing, otherwise it's not going to get you very far. Very important, guys, when you're using the hydrogen tank, make sure that it has stockpile on so that it can refuel, and then make sure that auto refill is on. Only when you're using the device do you stockpile off. So make sure that it's not connected to anything when you turn it off, otherwise it'll deplete into whatever else needs fuel. If you want to, you can add the shortcuts to your shortcut bar. Because you're in the cockpit, you can assign shortcuts to it. So let's go with, let's go with the hydrogen tank. Let's make that number 5. Okay, so we want stockpile on and off. Okay, so at the moment it's stockpile on. Okay, so the thrusters, the large thrusters won't work. As soon as I put it off, the large thrusters will come on. See that? And there we have our thrusters. Very important about this ship, make sure that you recharge the batteries before boosting into space. It's nothing worse than getting halfway there and you run out of batteries. Because there's only one place you're going, and that's back to Earth. Batteries is a very simple thing. What you do is, if you have a look on the left hand side here, there's white, yellow, orange. Now what you do is, if you have a look, I've gone into the control panel and I've got all of my batteries set over here. Now red is something that is not connected to your current vessel that you're using at the moment. White is the current thing that you're using. So that's this device, this vessel that I'm using now. So battery and battery 2. So select both of them by holding down control. Once you have them both selected, choose recharge. So we're fully charged. You guys ready? So what we do, just tilt a little bit up, and then we activate thrusters, and we are off. Love space. I can spend hours playing space games. Pure emptiness, just silence. It's amazing. And you have to remember something when you're in space, in space engineers. Every planet has a gravitational pull. Something to be mindful of when you're in space is try not to use your thrusters unless you really have to. Once you exit Earth's gravitational pull, your ship will drift in space. So it'll stay in place. Even if you turn the dampeners off, it won't move. So because I'm out of Earth's gravitational pull, I'm safe. I'll just sit here and I'll be safe. Also remember, because you're in space, you're not using as much energy on your ship. So the battery life will last longer. So when you're traveling in space, turn off your dampeners, get to full speed, go to the direction that you want, and release the controls. And your ship will do the rest. Voila! Back on Earth. Thank you so much for watching this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this tutorial has helped you. And as always, stay safe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you will be seeing me in the next episode. And I'll hopefully be seeing you guys in the next episode. So, cheery bye.